let's think of a specific scenario. It's early in the day, I have just got up and I need to know what are the things which are lined up for me today to do. Before I start from home, I need to possibly finish up a few things. How would I like it if, suppose the things which I have to do, I get reminded in a user friendly way without my asking for it, right? I get to know what I need to do next along the way, and I also get to know what are the first things that I possibly need to address when I reach my office. When I start from home and take my car along the route might simply sense that, all right, given the place where it is currently in, what is the best route it can help me take to reach the office in the shortest time. It might assist me. At the same time, car might also sense from its fuel sensor the amount of fuel left and whether it should suggest me to pick up fuel along the way. When I reach office, the car and the surrounding interact with each other, and car helps me to know which is the best available bay and how earliest I can reach that for parking my car. I take elevator from the parking place, reach my office. Environment of the office knows that I have arrived. It gets entire thing working in the way I might require, maybe optimal light at my desk, appropriate air conditioning ducts in action, the documents that I possibly need to work on get started on my devices, on my computers, and suppose I have a meeting half an hour down the line, I get reminded of that meeting, and any material with respect to that meeting becomes available to me for a quick review. Once I have finished review, the system, without my explicitly telling it, preloads this entire information of meeting into the conference hall where the meeting shall be taken place in that system. When I reach the conference hall, I may meet some people over there. System may carefully notice if I am able to quickly recognize the people whom I meet. Well and good. If I am not able to very quickly recognize by looking at my expression or the gesture, system might recognize that it is taking a little bit of time for me to recognize. Either I may not have met them, or I am meeting them again, but I somehow could not recognize. System could quickly help me with the help of augmented reality system to let me know who they are, what for they are there, where they are, and help me strike a balanced communication without their feeling awkward about meeting me over there. So, in this entire scenario, what is that single thread that joins everything else? It is context awareness. And how do we get this form of context awareness? With the help of utilizing different forms of sensors, whether a sensor senses location, or it senses my environment, or the entities in my environment, which could be people, which could be other devices, which could be documents or other services. Second thing which allows this sensory information to be converted into the context of use is computational element. So, multiple such communication elements interconnected with different sensory elements need to interact with one another over a computer communication network. So, first major element, sensory element; second major element, computational element; third major element, networking element, and of course all of these need to be powered. So, there is some power provisioning element. Now, all of these basic elements need to have some form of human computer interaction. So, there might be different forms of input output elements involved as well. They may be traditional elements like keyboards, keypads, touch screen. They might be elements like microphone, camera. They might be certain other forms of non-traditional I/O elements as well. Not every computing situation will be assisted by a common set of I/O devices. Not everything will require explicit human computer interaction, but wherever they are required, you can choose appropriate I/O elements for such interactions. So, in a nutshell, we could see that all of these combinations of sensory, computational, networking, power provisioning and other I/O elements put together help extract or build the context of a user, in that case myself, irrespective of where I was, whether at home, in my car, at office, and help me get appropriate services becoming available. This particular study of such context aware computing with the help of these elements is what forms essence of the subject known as ubiquitous computing or pervasive computing. Welcome to the exciting world of pervasive computing.